Pacific Lutheran University Mass TV's Late Night with Sam Ellefson, featuring musical guest Stephen Curtis. And from Tacoma City Council, Victoria Wooders and Marty Campbell. Now here's your host, Sam Ellefson!
Welcome everybody, welcome to Late Night. I'm your host, Sam Ellefson, and this is your fantastic drummer, Thomas, over here. Give it up for Thomas. So in case you guys haven't heard, we are on Twitter, we are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, and we have our own Snapchat filter. So you can pull out your phones, snap pictures, and slide over to the Late Night filter. We're really glad all you guys came. Really glad we got a good turnout tonight. We knew Ordal was having their annual casino night, so attendance could have been a little low, but we decided to take our chances. So tonight's show could get a little political, but we promise not to take sides. We promise to make fun of everyone equally, and luckily the candidates this year made it really easy. I think that Trump has an advantage over Hillary because of the time of the year. People might just vote for the pumpkin because it's festive. Donald tried to go door-to-door campaigning last week around Halloween time, but had no luck because people kept just saying, "Oh, scary costume," and tossing candy at him. The only way it could have gone worse is if he had to actually explain his policies. Hillary Clinton tried to actually go trick-or-treating last week, but nobody would answer the door because her smile was just too creepy. We invited Parkland youth to come trick-or-treating in the dorms for Halloween, and some of the kids were a little intimidated to be around college students. You know, we're a lot bigger than they are, but we assured them it's okay. We're not a Catholic school. Big progress has been made in robotics. There's a lot of things going on, and people are trying to make robots that are indistinguishable from human beings. You might be familiar with their first prototype, Hillary Clinton. A lot of things happened this year people thought never would. For example, the other night, the Cubs won the World Series. Yeah. Leonardo DiCaprio won an Oscar. And 2 criminals are running for president. At this rate, I might just pass all of my classes. This January, hundreds of students, I'm sure plenty of you will be studying away, going all over the world. Who's studying away here? Who's studying away? A couple people, you're shy, I get it. You need to go out and grow as a person, I understand. Now, a lot of students are going out, but a lot fewer might be coming back depending on who gets inaugurated that month. Was that anti-American? I'm sorry. So tuition is up $2,500 this year. That's a big chunk of money. You could have spent that money on a lot of things. For example, you could have purchased 250 pairs of Birkenstocks. Or 1,607 delicious tacos. Or 1,937 McChickens. Or you could have stopped by PLU's Old Main Market and purchased a whole 2 pints of ice cream. There was a porn talk last Friday, and I'm guessing that people invited their parents to come to that one. So they brought in experts and they had a discussion on things, and I wonder why they didn't bring the real experts on the topic, teenage boys. Last weekend was PLU's night of musical theater entitled As We Stumbled Along. After hearing the title, a lot of students were like, finally, some theater I can relate to. At WSU, Trump supporters built their very own wall. And little did you know that PLU actually has its own wall to keep out unwanted students. We have Riley Dolan live on the scene. Riley?
Thanks, Sam. I'm over here at PLU's Northern Wall, which we constructed over the summer to keep out UPS students. As you can see, this is a fabulous wall. We built this to keep out those students that we don't want, and it's been doing a great job. We took Trump's idea, we ran with it, and we love it, and we highly recommend it. So thank you, Sam. Back to you.
Thank you, Riley. Clearly, a wall is a great investment to make to keep out all of those students and immigrants and other people that Trump doesn't want in our country. Could I get the next cue card? Thank you. That was kind of rude. That was rude. I'm sorry, Natalie. I'm sorry. I am giving you a hug.
Wow, you never?
I'm sorry. All right, so we decided to follow up on the primary candidates and see what they're doing now. They've had a lot of time to kind of figure out where they want to go with their lives now. We decided to check in with Ted Cruz. Turns out he's back to being the Zodiac Killer. We checked in with Ben Carson, but we had to be quiet because he was finally taking that nap he always seems so close to taking. Jeb Bush is working up the courage to stand up to Trump. And Bernie Sanders is back to being, or Bernie Sanders decided to become a rapper with the slogan, "My hot mixtape will make you feel the burn." So a lot of college students are feeling like they can't vote for either candidate. They're not sure what to do. And the third-party candidates just aren't cutting it for them. Well, there's some third-party candidates you maybe haven't heard of. For example, there's Vermin Supreme. He's run for office the past 3 elections, hasn't won anything yet, but we get free ponies if he does, so there's your incentive. There's also a cat by the name Limberbutt McCubbins. Limberbutt announced that he's running for president via Twitter under the slogan, "Meow is the time for change." And of course, there's always your very own President Christ. All right, we got a great show for you tonight. Joining us, we've got Councilmember Victoria Woodards, Councilmember Marty Campbell, and musical artist Stephen Curtis. We got a great show. We'll be right back after this commercial.
It's all about the river.
It's the foundation of all of life and all of who we are.
Our great expansion of the economy and the greater use of chemicals following World War II led to a lot of toxic waste entering our waterways. Our rivers were just being decimated.
Waterways weren't seen as waterways, they were seen as conduits to discharging wastewater and pollution.
More than 300 million people in the United States, that's well over 90% of our population, depend on public water supplies for their drinking water sources.
You can't throw a plastic bag in the river and not expect it to affect someone or something down the road. There's always a consequence.
If people only knew what these pollutants do, then they would make the changes necessary.
No plan is perfect, but you have to actually have a plan to be able to modify it.
Unless we create a culture or shift the paradigm in our community that everybody's an advocate, then we're not going to make much progress.
And I think that the river will fix itself if we give it the opportunity. So, but it has to have a chance in order to do that.
Back to late night. Joining us are Tacoma City Council members Victoria Woodards and Marty Campbell. Please give them a warm welcome. Thank you. All right, thank you guys for taking some time out of your busy lives to come chat with us. And so just to kind of get right down to brass tacks, you guys are here, you're higher up politicians in our city. What inspired you to run for this office?
Well, Sam, thank you very much for having us here tonight. And thank you, all the Lutes, for coming out tonight. When I thought about running for city council, I used to own a record store here in town and a video store. And I used to look at city council, and I would see that when it came to small business, that it seemed that the city didn't seem to know a lot about what they're doing with small businesses or to small businesses. And so I ran for council, really to kind of make sure we had a voice for the neighborhoods and for small businesses on city council. And I gotta say, I've been on city council about Well, we've been there 7 years now, and I can tell you, we still don't know what we're doing to small businesses. But we got some really great people, and I'm honored to serve alongside people like Victoria Woodard.
So, and ditto, I love serving with Marty, but I decided to run for city council. I'm from Tacoma, grew up here, absolutely love the city, and decided I wanted to make a difference. And sometimes you have to step up. And so I decided to step up and got elected, and now have an opportunity to make a difference and be at the table when a lot of people can't be at the table, especially people who look like me. So to be at the table, to be able to change policies and make policy that makes a difference for people in my community and for the entire city.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And PLU is all about diversity, so we really appreciate that here. So you guys have been in office for 7 years now. What are your plans for the future? I hear the White House could use a little bit of help.
I was hoping to be vice president, but that didn't work out for me. So I think I've already tried to leave Tacoma once. Right out of high school, I figured I'd join the Army to see the world. And I went to Fort Dix, New Jersey, and I saw the dirt. And then I got stationed right back here at Fort Lewis. So I'm thinking I'm destined to be in Tacoma. So I'm going to hang out here.
We're glad to have you.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
I've really enjoyed the time that we've been on council, and I really love politics at the local level. So finding a way to be involved, assuming I can't get like a State Department appointment or something like that. I'd be an ambassador to a small country. That'd be good too.
Yeah, of course, yeah. So you're from District 6, is that correct? 4. What district are you from?
I am an at-large city
You're an
council member, so
at-large.
I represent the entire city.
Okay, and so I'm from Minnesota, and I've seen the whole district thing before happen. Minnesotans. I've seen the whole district thing happen before, and they maybe made one too many movies about it. So how does the whole district thing work? Like, you guys aren't from the capital or anything, and how does the whole...
Tacoma is actually really unique in our setup in that we have 5 districts across the city. Then we have 3 at large and the mayor who's elected at large. And what that means is every person, when they're voting for Tacoma City Council, is that they're voting for 5 members of the city council or a majority of the council. So you're actually represented living in the city of Tacoma by a majority of the council. So it's a little bit of a hybrid of having the at-large and the districts. I think we ask, myself being district for the east side, south end of Tacoma, really bringing to the council every week, what are the issues happening specific block by block? And then we have the at-large, which I think they kind of look at the bigger picture. I'll let you speak to that a little bit.
Oh, you did great. I love when he speaks for me.
Makes it easier, doesn't it?
As always.
So you two work together. How is that?
I like it most days. No, honestly, I love working beside Marty. And I have to be kind of honest, Tacoma's pretty special. If you go look at some other city councils, you'd be a little embarrassed by your city council. But Tacoma, I think, has a really great city council led by our great mayor, and I think we get along really well, except for when we don't get along.
Right.
Which is rare, but Victoria's absolutely right. When you look at our city council and the diversity that we all come from very different backgrounds, but we play well together. Apparently, we all learned that in kindergarten, and some other politicians did not.
I took an extra preschool, so I'm extra good at that. So I'm curious, do you have like a favorite story or experience, like just a quick little story that you ever on being a politician? Or even just anything, really?
Well, a couple of years ago, a guy comes to me by the name of Ben, and he's like, I want to start a skateboard festival in Tacoma. June 21st, every year around the world is Go Skate Tacoma, and I want this little spot under the freeway. And if you could just let us have this little closed road under the freeway, not hassless. I said, tell you what, I'll back your skateboard, but your skateboard festival on one condition: you have to move it to Ellefson Plaza, the center of our city, because people really need to realize that kids who are skateboarding aren't a threat to society, that they're part of our downtown. The next year we decriminalize skateboarding in the city of Tacoma, the first city across the nation to do that. And,
wow, I think that deserves a round of applause.
We continue through Alchemy Skateboarding. The new idea school is actually adding skateboarding as a competitive sport. It'll be in the Olympics coming up. And it's the first school proof of concept in the nation that skateboarding can be part of curriculum. So I myself, not a skateboarder. That's the funny part.
So you're not a skateboarder. Well, yeah, I'll let you speak first. I'm sorry, that was rude.
No,
I'm sorry.
You're
Do
the,
you want
you're
a
the
hug
host.
too? I gave one earlier.
What's that?
I'm kidding.
Yeah, I need a hug. Yeah, I need a hug.
You need a hug? Okay.
Oh, yeah, oh, definitely. That'll make me feel so much better. I've been called the hugging council member.
She is the hugger.
I hug you get a handshake, and then I'm going in for a hug. It's not about you. It really just makes me feel better. Oh, so
Yeah,
my
just your
story.
experience,
See,
yeah.
so I have lots of experiences, and I'm trying to decide which story to tell. But I guess I'll pick the one that actually relates to PLU. And that is that we partnered with PLU as a council member. I got to partner with PLU and your own Melanie Denise Cunningham. Let's hear it for Melanie. But I got to partner with Melanie, and we did this great campaign called Hate Won't Win. That happened after the shootings in South Carolina. And we were able to bring out the granddaughters of one of the gentlemen who was killed in the church. And we started this movement, and Melanie has really been leading it, so you guys should be really proud of Melanie. She's really been leading it. But we worked together to do this Hate Won't Win campaign, had a big celebration, brought out the granddaughters, and we got to celebrate with them and really have deep conversation about hate won't win. We all got to love each other. And so we got to work directly with PLU to do that.
That's really cool. I think that deserves a round of applause as well. Oh my goodness. So the reason I interrupted you was I saw a segue and I wanted to take it because my next question was going to be, do you have any special talents or abilities or things that you're really proud of that you've done maybe when you were a kid?
Like I said, I can't even skateboard. We don't dare put me on one. I'll break a hip. I don't know that. Yeah, no.
We could get a skateboard.
We'll get two if we do that. That's you. No one go get a skateboard. I don't know, but I got to say, Victoria is, she's really the one with all the talents and skills on city council. Can really walk into any room and just connect with people and listen and just really that genuine sense of making people feel like they're heard.
Isn't that sweet? That is so sweet of him to say. I do want to say that Marty and I we do have a tap dance routine that we do sometimes.
Oh, really?
But yeah, no. So we tap dance every now and again, but no. But honestly, it's fun. It's really easy to talk about somebody else's skills and abilities than your own. But you all, if you ever need to know something that happened 20 years ago, call Marty Campbell. He has this amazing mind that he can remember just about anything. He remembers movies, he remembers numbers. We can be in a meeting and we'll start talking. I'm like, no, not just me. Everybody else won't remember either. And Marty will all of a sudden go, oh yeah, 20 times, it was 20 times 8 plus 3, and we spent $3,020.59. Marty will remember every single detail.
No,
So he's super smart.
I was kind of hoping to embarrass you guys, but now I need tissues. So
Yeah, exactly.
So before we go, do you guys have any advice for a college student who's considering going into politics?
Do it.
Don't do it.
Oh. All right, thank you guys so much for coming on the show. Thank you. Thank you. They'll be back for a game later. They'll be back. And now please welcome to the stage our musical guest, Stephen Curtis. He's got to walk up here, yeah. I'm sorry. Give it up for Stephen Curtis. All right, so you're from Auburn, Washington, right?
Yes.
So pretty close, pretty nearby.
Yep.
Have you been to PLU before?
I have. My cousin used to go here.
Okay, I feel like I'm interrogating you now. What's your mother's name? So you produce your own music, right? Is that?
Yeah. I work with other producers too on the side, but in my main time, I like to produce at home for fun.
You just do it for fun?
Well, no.
Yeah, right. You got to make money, right?
Pursue it.
Yeah. So how did you get started? Where did the dream begin?
Oh man. Well, I started playing seriously like 7 years ago, so I'm kind of fairly new. Kind of now have experience. Kind of get into that part. Originally, back in like 8th grade and 7th grade, you pick up the guitar, obviously for girls at the time.
Right. That's always the most important thing to do as a schoolboy. Yeah.
I picked it up sophomore year, and my father's a singer, and I always wanted to know how to sing, but I wasn't good at it at the time. And I looked at that in the guitar, and I was just like, I really want to get good at music, just for the sake of music itself. And I fell in love with it, and I ended up playing all the time at home. I skipped the high school parties and stuff. I skipped every single high school dance to just focus on the music and just perform and stuff. I skipped prom just to play music and all that.
Can I get those tissues now?
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
Like, I loved it. I'd play shows and stuff, and I'd hand out little flyers and be like, hey, like my Facebook page and stuff. And
that's so awesome. This is how you get started in doing things, is you go out and campaign like that. That's fantastic. So what do you like to do besides music? So you're a performer. What do you like to?
Oh man.
You don't dance, I guess. You don't.
I mean, I can dance, but it's not
dance?
good.
You do dance.
You have to get me drunk.
Oh. So when you go to your various like gigs and things, do you have anything? Do you have like a ritual or maybe a dance that you do to kind of like a crowd pleaser kind of thing?
For the majority of it, it's just like going up there and just saying, I hope the audience enjoys the music, and I hope everybody has a good time, because music's just for fun, for people to enjoy it. And I make sure people, like, before they, I'm avoiding the ritual part, but like when I have the show, I'm making sure people have a great time at the show. It's not just music, it's just entertainment, and people are having fun, being engaged. And then before that, it's just mainly pre-nerves, and it's just like, oh God. And then eventually, after doing enough shows, it kind of becomes second nature, and it's just like, oh, it'll be fun, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and we heard him doing sound check. He's amazing, you guys. So you make sure you stick around for when he plays. It's going to be a ton of fun. So are you familiar with the Christian artist Stephen Curtis Chapman? Because
a little too much, yeah.
No, yeah, because he's a really well-known guy. And so, do you ever like?
I think he has potential. Yeah.
You think he has potential? Yeah. So, do you have any problems with your names being the same? Like, have you shown up to a venue and found out it was a church or anything because of?
No. People sometimes come up to me and they'll be like, "Have you ever heard of Stephen Curtis Chapman?" I'll be like, "Yeah." Other than that, I actually changed my Facebook page to music at the end so people wouldn't mistake it for Chapman, because at the time it only had like 1,000 likes on it, and now it's gotten a little bit bigger, so I could probably change it. But yeah,
you can compete with him now. One day you'll
get
there.
One day.
So do you have any stories about being in music? I mean, you travel a lot, I'm sure. Do you kind of go all over the place?
Yeah, for the majority right now, I am just kind of like currently working on. I'm about to do a GoFundMe to work with a Grammy-winning producer.
Wow.
Who's worked with Nirvana, Foo Fighters.
Wow, that's really cool. That's really cool.
But I'm like, he you've seen my videos, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, all of them.
The audio engineer for that, he was actually the producer guy I'm going to work with. And so,
really?
Yeah. So he just clicked the record thing, and then we just got mixed, mastered, and we're talking about actually we became friends and stuff, and so we're talking about maybe raising a GoFundMe. So if you guys know any like rich people, like, yeah. So majority of it will be recorded at my place, and then we'll go to his place, and then we'll try to work on it together to just try to make something like that, and then hopefully we can actually just start going tour. Because normally, last year I just played around here in Tacoma, really. Mm-hmm. Last year I did 100 shows, like at MPCC, Metronome and stuff, just trying to get my name out there for open mics and stuff, like 2 to 3 a night.
Yeah, that takes a lot. That's a lot of hard work right there. I want to give him a round of applause. That's awesome.
Appreciate that.
So we're all really excited to hear you play, guys. It's going to be great, and he's going to come back and join us for the game after the break. But stay tuned with us for more from Late Night.
Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you?
You know you do. Yeah, but I don't know where to start.
That's why we're here. We're free, handsome,
Oh, I think we're breathtaking.
and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Biology homework, G. I got this. Is that Bran? Colleges love extracurricular activities.
Chess really isn't my thing.
I got this. Doesn't matter. Go ahead. Picking a college, man. You and us go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos.
Fire and ice.
Those don't really go together.
Go to GetSchooled.com for more info.
Don't let E. coli mosh with your food. An estimated 3,000 Americans die from a foodborne illness each year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So always separate raw meat from vegetables. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
All right, while we're getting ready for the game, if we could have Stephen Curtis come on back up. We've got our audience members that are going to be just participating in the game with us. Could you tell us your name here? Speaking my mic here.
Brian Lockridge.
Okay, all right.
Lex Carter.
Okay. So we're going to be playing a game that's not heads up. It's a lot like heads up, but it's not. And so how it's going to work is we're going to split into two teams, and it's going to be me and Stephen Curtis and our two guests. And we're going to have our politicians. But we have some special guests joining us tonight. Playing along with our politicians will be Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton.
Thank you for having me. It's going to be huge.
All right. So you two will be on this team over here. Stephen Curtis will be on our team over here. And so how it's going to work is each team will have 2 rounds. They'll have 2 rounds to play the game. The first game will be verbal cues. The second game will be non-verbal cues, or charades. And my team will go first, and the team who gets through the most cards will win. All right, so if we could have the team who's not going, the politicians, you can step over that way. And the voters are going to go ahead and go first. Does anyone want to have the cards in their head first? All right, Brian's got it. We will be... There you are, sir. All right. It's just like that. But we won't start with that one because we can see it because we haven't started our timer yet. So here, hold it against your chest. Hold it against your chest. Just like that. Perfect. I'm gonna pull out a timer, and if you guys want to keep me honest, 30 seconds.
I got you.
Yeah, Donald Trump's gonna keep us honest.
Hey.
All right, Stephen Curtis, you want to come over on this side? We can only give verbal cues. We can say everything but the word. Okay? We have 30 seconds on the clock. We're going to see how many cards we can get through. Are you ready? Yeah. Count us down, Trump.
3, 2, 1. You're fired.
Yes. West. Kim Kardashian. North.
Oh, Kanye.
Kanye.
West.
What's the next election?
Kanye 2020.
Yes.
When you write something in your essay that you're not supposed to have.
A typo.
Illegal. You're stealing.
Yeah.
Plagiarism.
Stop.
Wow.
Well, that was it. That's all we got. We got 3. Good job.
I think Trump should.
All right, give me the clues.
All right, Trump, hold those clues against your chest.
Okay.
My team, we can kind of step off behind their team.
I can't hold this and do this at the same time.
Trump, we're gonna, let's put the mic down or
Here you go.
No, it's tough, I know.
All right, here we go. Are you ready?
Look at them working together. Look at this.
Give me a countdown.
All right, in 3, 2, 1. It's upside. Oh, it's fine.
The current president, health.
Barack Obama. Healthcare. Obamacare.
Yes. You want to build a wall because.
Immigration.
Yes.
You hate.
Oh! 5 seconds.
White person. Old woman.
Time. We got 3. It's all tied up. It's all tied
We're all
up.
tied up. That's good enough for me. My father.
Oh man, I'm not gonna be a good guest there. All right. So this is the charades round now. If my team wants to take the stage again.
Okay.
The politicians had a good show. We tied. We're of equal skill. You can hold the cards in your hand. You were kind of our best guesser, but we'll pick up the pace. All right, so if someone wants to hold the timer again for us, and if someone wants to give us a countdown, this is all nonverbal. It's all charades. We have to act it out. Let us know when you're ready.
While they're figuring it out. 3, 2, 1. Host. Questioner. I don't know what Donald Trump?
Yeah, you get 2 steps. 2 steps.
Saluting the flag? The flag, American flag. Oh my God.
That's cheating. That's cheating.
Eagle of all these.
Yes.
Stop.
Heroin? It was vaccine. We're out of time. You did great. We got 1. All right. Hillary's got a note. Hold it against your chest, Hillary. Don't want to cheat.
Apparently the voters aren't very smart, guys.
What are you gonna do?
Here we go.
All right. Are you guys ready? Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, begin. Oh, your hands.
Explosion. Fireworks. 4th of July.
Oh, that's not good.
What is that? Declaration. No. President. Legislative.
You've got 10 seconds.
Voting. Ballot.
That's time. Give it up for your guests. We'll be right back with our own little debate right after this.
So far, watching the debates, it kind of just feels like nothing is for sure, and it's all just kind of scripted and a joke, which is really interesting because you see like the fact checker websites, but you don't even know if you can trust those at this point. So far as watching the debates, I'm just left with a lot of like more questions. Like every time, like, oh, maybe I'll finally get answers. There's just more questions that keep piling up, and less answers, which is really frustrating as like a first time voter. Is like you don't get answers to any of the questions you have. Like you don't know what's important.
They have been pretty profoundly embarrassing, I think, for the American people and for American politics in general. I mean, the current state of our discourse, the current state of our debate is absolutely horrific. I mean, there's no substantive type of evidence or anything put forward. I mean, especially by Donald Trump. Hillary like really has her talking points down. But I mean, I guess for me, it's not necessarily what I want to hear. So I've been disappointed and embarrassed that like there just hasn't been any pressure on her to change what she's saying.
For the debate so far, it seems like both candidates are just bickering back and forth, which is really disappointing rather than actually talking about the issues of the debate and of the election. So yeah, that's my biggest concern so far.
Yeah, the third debate, I want it to be exciting, entertaining, because you know a lot of people are you know getting involved into politics because of Donald Trump running. So that's just interesting to see how he's been able to, draw a certain type of audience.
I think I'm hoping to get some relevance out of it, maybe talking about actual concerns we have in the U.S. system instead of just bickering back and forth.
All right, welcome back to Late Night. Now, there have been a lot of advertisements and commercials, and there's a lot more people. Oh, we have the music going already. Oh, it stopped. Okay, we're good. We have a lot more people that are watching the what's going on in the president, which is good. It's a good thing. But some people feel like we're turning into kind of like a TV show. Well, if you guys want entertainment, we're gonna give you some entertainment. Once the music goes. Ladies and gentlemen, you could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us at PLU. Are you ready for a candidate battle? The issue on the table, Hillary Clinton of the Democratic Party versus Donald Trump of the Republican Party. Secretary Clinton, you have the floor, ma'am.
Voting rights for women and the due process. We fought for these ideals, we shouldn't settle for less. These are wise words enterprising men wrote. Don't act surprised, Trump lies and doesn't know Wrong. And Donald Trump forgets. His plans would make the government increase our debts. So place your bets on this angry pumpkin's ignorance. He probably doesn't know we were founded by immigrants.
Wrong.
If the shoe fits, wear it. If a wall keeps Mexicans out, why would Mexico pay for it? They won't, I'm afraid. That's as stupid as making our country better through trade. You ran companies into the ground we create. He just wants to throw our money around. And your birther movement was an outrageous demand. Obama being born here is not hard to understand. So stand with me in the land of the free and pray to God we don't see Trump's presidency. Look, when Trump's upset, he makes crazy plans. Imagine what's gonna happen when Putin mocks his hands.
Okay, thank you, Secretary Clinton. Thank you. Donald Trump, your response.
Hillary, that was a huge declaration. Welcome to the nation, we're gonna make it great again. I hate to break it to you, you're off the rails. Why don't you go delete some more federal emails? If she assumes the ship, the country gets a new hysterica, oppressive America, how do you not get it? When I'm triumphant and victorious, the country gets a wall, its people get their jobs again. A defense without artillery, hey Hillary, with no protection you'll earn the name Hillary. In America we fight, man, we create, you keep sitting, we know the ones trying to make a living. And another thing, Miss Second to Lewinsky, you're not allowed to delete your history with the shift key. You think I'm frightened of you? I've been busting my tail. Well, you've been off, almost landing in jail. Hillary Clinton always faking and relating. Hypocrite, there isn't a plan, she hasn't flipped a bit. So take your medicine. Damn, you in worse shape than the national debt is in. Sitting there useless as two shits. Hey, turn around, bend over, I'll show you where my shoe fits.
Okay, Donald, okay. Get some air. Hillary, get some air. Do you not like what you've heard? Do you find one or both these candidates absurd? Are you afraid of the less informed American voter? Well, nothing changes by you mocking and running your motors, because their vote still counts. Do you want to change the history that's being wrote?
Follow your pride.
Get off your ass
and go vote. Stay tuned for Late Night. We got Stephen Curtis coming up next.
The men's basketball team heads into their season this week, coming off of their best year since the 1997-1998 season. The team finished 17-10 overall, with a conference record of 9-7, closing out the Northwest Conference in third place and finishing as runner-ups in the conference tournament for only the second time in program history. We spoke with head coach Steve Dickerson and players Brandon Lester and Dylan Foreman about what we have to look forward to this season.
Well, I think you can expect a really exciting basketball team. We're going to be a little shorter than we were last year, and rebounding could be an issue, but we have a lot of guys that can shoot the basketball and score, so we're going to be exciting. Now, how that plays out, I'm not sure, but I think last year they gained a lot of confidence, and they know what it takes to win now, and so I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a must-see event, every home game. We're going to be a really exciting team, and we should be very competitive in our conference. And in the past, our goal has been to get in the conference playoffs. I think our goal this year is to win the conference. We've got a lot of very good young scorers and ball handlers. Our biggest issue is going to be our rebounding. So we're going to have to gang rebound, as we call it. Everybody's going to have to do their part. But I think it'll be fun. It'll be fun to watch, and they're a great bunch of guys.
This basketball season, you should look forward to a lot of exciting play on our part. We've got a lot of experience coming back, and we got a few newcomers who are looking to help us a lot this year. And we're looking to go back into the conference championship game, hopefully win it this year, and make an impact in the NCAA tournament.
The games you should look forward to this year, especially at home, is definitely the Whitman and Whitworth games. We beat Whitman twice last year at their place. And we've yet to beat Whitworth in a very long time. They're kind of the team we strive to beat every year and have come up short. So I think this year is one of our best chances to get that elusive win. So definitely the home game against Whitworth is going to be a big one.
This is Kara Gillespie reporting from Mass TV. Back to you in the studio.
All right, welcome back to the late night. We got our musical guest tuning up over here. Stephen Curtis, give it up for him. So give him lots of love. He's a local guy. He's really amazing. You're really going to enjoy him. Check him out on Facebook after the show. Like all of his stuff. And now, without further ado, Stephen Curtis.
Hostage by her will now. Her stunning face went for the kill. And should I try and find a way out, or do I resist the scheme and the shout? Oh, she's more than I dreamed. She's more than I've seen. She's all that I need. She's bad company. Sing it, oh. Well, she's surrounded now. Cops say she never fools around. Tango swats in the hear me out, 'cause my heart has a sting to the crowd. She's more than I dreamed. She's more than I've seen. She's all that I need. She's bad company. Sing it, oh. Is it okay if I can get a little more vocal in the monitor? That's right. This is a song about liking a girl and she likes someone else. So for the guys, this is the friend zone song. I hope you enjoy. Does he tell you you're perfect? Does he sing to you in rhymes? Does he love the way you are inside? And while you tolerate yourself just to be accepted in his life, is he everything you want in a man? And I don't want you to ever have to cry, and I don't want you to hear another lie. No, I hope you realize I'm here for anything you need. Oh, I just wish I was your everything. Go ahead and fantasize about how he's the kindest one in town, while his image is the only thing that keeps you hanging around. And you'll make up excuses and say how he's so misunderstood, but in the end you got treated badly, like how you should. And I don't want you to ever have to cry, and I don't want you to hear another lie. No, I hope you realize I'm here for anything you need. Oh, I just wish I was your everything, yeah. But it's your own fault, stay by his side. And I hope you realize I'm here for anything you need. Oh, I just wish I was. And I don't want you to hear another lie. No, we cheat on you. I was here for anything you need. Oh, I just wish I was your everything. Thank you so much. So we have one more closing song, I believe.
We do have one more song.
And that brings Sam to the stage. And I want everybody to sing along to this, if that's all right. So if you're familiar with Taylor Swift. Oh, social media promotion real quick. You can find me on Facebook at Stephen Curtis, Twitter, Stephen Curtis 253, Instagram, Stephen Curtis Music, and then you can also follow me on Tinder.
Do it.
I'm sorry, I heard that.
All right, you guys are gonna have to help me out because I don't know the lyrics that well. So I'm going to need to hear it from you guys. Ready? All right.
Is everybody able to sing? I know there's singers.
Everybody's
in here.
able to sing.
I know there's singers. Nice to meet you where you've been. I can show you incredible things. Magic, madness, heaven, sin. Saw you there and I thought, oh my God, look at that. My next mistake, love's a game, wanna play. Yeah, nah. New money, chest and ties. I can read you like a magazine. Ain't it funny, rumors fly. And I've known you've heard about me, so hey, let's be friends. Time to see how this one ends. Grab your passport in my hand, 'cause I can make the bad girls good for a weekend. So it's gonna be forever, or it's gonna go down in flames. You can tell me when it's over, if the high was worth the pain. Got a long list of ex-lovers, they'll tell you I'm insane. 'Cause you know I love the players, and you love the games. So y'all never reckless, and we're taking this way too far. And I'll leave you breathless, or with a nasty scar. Got a long list of ex-lovers, they'll tell you I'm insane. But I got a blank space, baby. I'll write your name, yeah, say cherry lips, crystal skies. I can show you incredible things. Storm kisses, pretty lies. You're the queen, baby, I'm your king. Find out what you want, be my girl for a month. But that's the worst yet to come. Oh no, screaming, crying, perfect storm. I can make all the tables turn. Rose garden filled with thorns. Keep you second guessing like, oh my God, who is she? Jealousy, you'll come back. This time you leave is done. I'm a nightmare dressed like a daydream. So it's gonna be forever, or it's gonna go down in flames. And so you when it's over, if the high was worth the pain. Got a long list of ex-lovers, they'll tell you I'm insane. You know I love the players, and you love the games. We're young or reckless, we're taking this way too far. It'll leave you breathless, or with a nasty scar. Got a long list of ex-lovers, they'll tell you I'm insane. But I got a blank space, baby, no, I should
Give it up for Stephen Curtis.
So it's gonna be forever, or it's gonna go down in flames. You can tell me when it's over, yeah, if the high was worth the pain. Got a long list of ex-lovers, they'll tell you I'm insane. 'Cause you know I love the players, and you love the game. I'm going reckless, and we're taking this way too far. Gonna leave you breathless, or with a nasty scar. Got a long list of ex-lovers, they'll tell you I'm insane. But I got a blank space, baby, I'll write your name. Stand up, everybody.
I was very prepared for that song, as you could all tell. All right, that's all we got for you guys tonight. Stick around. We got another episode coming next month to you guys. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebooks, all those things. We'll see you next time. If you're in the audience, Stephen Curtis is going to stick around and play a little more music if you're interested.